We're going to start laying down. So just get yourself nice and relaxed on the mat as usual, and just spend a few moments just adjusting your shoulders and making sure that you're nice and relaxed. You can have your legs straight or bent, it's up to you, and just spend a few moments just connecting with your breath. So nice deep breath in. And you can sigh that out through the mouth. Again, inhale. And exhale. Great, we're just going to do one more. So big breath in. Feel the lungs and the belly, and then exhale. Really nice. And when you're ready to, we're just going to start to draw the knees in towards the chest and give yourself a nice squeeze. And just tuck the chin and the head in towards the knees if you want to. Just give yourself a little hug to start your practice. And then you can rest the head down. And just keep your knees up towards your chest. We're just going to gently roll the spine and the tissue, the connective tissue in the lower back into the floor. So just connect with the mat and let the back of the body just rest into the floor as you gently take some rotations with the legs. Feels good. So just a couple more breaths here. Nice breath in. And breath out. And then when you're ready to, we're just going to place the legs back to the floor, back to the mat. Keep the knees bent. And we'll heel toe the feet nice and wide so that they come to at least the width of your mat. And so there's some space between your knees, and your lower back is nicely collected with the floor. And we're just going to gently rock the knees from right to left, just creating a nice little bit of sway and movement through your hips and your pelvis. So make it nice and light. You can go at any speed that feels nice and therapeutic. Take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can come to stillness and just point the knees up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to heel toe the feet back together and just move the knees back in towards the chest one more time. So both legs up towards the chest, give them a squeeze. Yeah, and from here you can start to rock forwards and backwards, okay? So rocking up and down, lovely. Balancing on your sit bones, and then when you're ready, roll all the way back to your shoulders. So just keep going, feeling that nice movement through the back of the body. And then when you're ready to, you can make your way all the way up into this boat posture where the heels lift and you can bring the hands underneath the back of the thighs, lift the chest. Yeah, and we'll see if we can sort of hold ourselves here for a moment. So nice use of your abdominal muscles, starting to wake up the core here. So nice breath in and breath out. If you want to, you can move the hands away from the thighs. If you're feeling nice and strong, send the arms wide, breath in. And breath out. Last one, we'll just hover here for one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful, guys. And then when you're ready, cross your ankles, and we're just going to roll all the way over onto our hands and knees. Okay, so to spend a few moments getting comfortable here, make sure there's some space between your knees, and you can bring the hands down to the floor. We're just going to warm up our wrists a little bit here. As soon as we put weight into the hands, we need to just be really mindful that we're doing that nice and safely. So just place all the fingertips to the floor and the palms of the hands, and we'll just take a few rotations, so some nice circles through the hips, through the wrists. Nice. And lots of breath. So breath in and breath out. Lovely. Keep moving like this. When you're ready, you can change direction, so just make sure you go the other way. And just a couple more. And then when you're ready to, we're just gently going to move the weight back slightly in towards the knees, and then send some weight into the back of the right hand. So just fold the hand over, pop the palm, the back of the hand onto the floor, place the palm upwards, and just have a gentle roll into the back of this right hand. Yeah, so just be careful not to put too much weight into these hands. Just gently sort of explore the pressure onto the mat. It should feel quite nice, a nice release of tension. Switch over when you're ready, so right palm comes down, left hand comes down, lovely. So left palm is facing up. See if you can spread the fingers out and just kind of roll through the back of this hand. And don't forget the breath. So nice breath in and breath out. Lovely. All right. Last one, we're going to bring that palm back to the floor now, and then when you're ready to, we're just going to point the fingers so they face out to the two sides of your mat. Send the arms wide so that they're about the width of your mat, and we'll just gently rock from left to right. So we'll go left side and then right side. Yeah, so just a bit more stretch through the forearms now. Lovely. So just to finish here in our tabletop, we're going to bring the arms back to centre. Make sure there's that room between your knees and your hands, and we'll just take a few gentle cat-cow. So lift the chest, breathe in. Find that nice arch to the back, and then exhale around the spine. Really press the fingertips into the floor, get that angry cat stretch, and then inhale, lift up. And you can just move with your own breath. Just make sure that you're coordinating the breath with these movements. And it's nice and slow, and it's just lubricating the joints of the spine. So just really enjoy that feeling. Perfect. From here, just for a moment, you can take your hips all the way back, and we'll come into a nice child's pose. So let the body be nice and heavy. Rest the head down. Nice deep breath in. And breath out. One more, inhale. And exhale. And from here, we're going to start to make our way up to our first downward facing dog. So you can start to tuck your toes and press the hands into the floor and lift your hips nice and high, making your way into down dog. So start to take a bit of a paddle through your heels here, just stretching into your downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, you can just gently start to walk your feet forwards, moving into a nice easy forward fold. Okay, let the knees bend, make sure there's some space between your feet. Let the head hang nice and heavy. So there's lots of heaviness through the shoulders, arms are just flopping towards the floor. And then from there, you can just slowly start to uncurl your spine. Yeah, so just creeping the spine all the way up to standing. Let the head and the shoulders be nice and heavy. And then eventually you can make your way all the way up to standing and exhale there. So have a little roll of the shoulders, little shake out through the hands. And we're going to come to a few sun salutations. Okay, so step right to the top of the mat. And from here, we're going to open the shoulders. So bring the palms so that they face forwards. Yeah. And we're going to stretch the arms nice and high. You can bring the palms together, or you can take the arms out to the side. Take the gaze up nice and high, and then softly bend through your knees. We're going to float all the way down into a nice forward fold coming down to the floor. From here, I want you to lift your chest, lift the palms onto the thighs, and make a nice flat back through the spine. And then from there, you can fold all the way back down again, and we're just going to kneel gently and step back into downward facing dog. So kneel to the floor, tuck the toes, lift the hips nice and high. Play around for a moment, just stretch through the back of the legs. And then when you're ready to, you can bring the weight forward, pop the knees to the floor, and we'll come to a nice kneeling plank. We're going to start to move the weight forward. Remember, look after your spine. We're going to start to move the elbows towards the ribs and just gently lower the whole body down so that you come to rest flat on the floor. From there, you can bring the elbows in towards the ribs, press the palms into the floor and lift into this nice, gentle, low cobra. Remember, we're looking for a lengthening of your spine here. If it's easy, you can press the forearms into the floor and lengthen. From there, you can push all the way back, make your way into your child's pose, rest the head down. And then when you're ready to tuck toes, make your way all the way back to your downward facing dog. We'll take 2 breaths here, so breath in and breath out. One more, inhale. And exhale. And then again, you can slowly walk the feet forwards, bend the knees if you need to, make your way all the way to the front of the mat, and then slowly come to uncurl the spine, making your way all the way up to standing, and exhale there. Okay, so we're going to do this one more time, but with a little bit more pace. Okay, so inhale, arms go nice and high, stretch all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, softly bend through the knees. We're going to float all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. From here, you can just gently walk the feet back, move onto your knees. From there, push back into your downward facing dog. You can take the knees back down towards the floor, bend the elbows in towards the ribs, and lower yourself all the way down. Lift the chest, lengthen your spine, open through the front of the body, and then when you're ready to push back, child's pose. Rest your elbows to the floor here, make sure that the head relaxes, and you can just start to give yourself a little sway just for a few moments, just catching your breath. Nice breath in, and breath out. So moving back now into your downward facing dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips nice and high. Find that openness through the chest. If you want to now, you can start to straighten up the legs a little bit more. Send the chest a little bit further back towards the thighs. Get some nice stretch through the back of the legs. And then gently start to walk your feet all the way in to the front of the mat. You can uncurl your spine and make your way all the way up to standing. So just have a little shake out just to get rid of any tightness from our sun salutations. And then when you're ready, we're going to step the leg out so you come to a nice straddle. Okay, so make sure that you're standing on the mat and just send the feet wide so that there's lots of depth in the knees. You can really sort of challenge this squat position we've got here. Just have a little look after your knees and your feet. They should be nicely aligned, and there's a real feeling of the thighs opening, okay? Squeeze your glutes and sink a little bit deeper, okay? And we're just gonna rest here into this sumo squat position. If you want to, you can add a bit of fire, send the arms nice and wide, okay? Nice breath in. Exhale, just get a bit deeper. Make sure there's lots of energy pushing forwards in the hips, squeezing of the glutes, nice and strong through the legs. Inhale. And exhale. We'll do 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, a little bit deeper if you can. Last one, breath of fire. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna have a little stretch into the back of the legs now. So just gently lift yourself up to standing, and then we're gonna bend into the right leg. Okay, so start to sink into this leg. The heel can lift if that's comfortable. Just try to stay upright and flex those toes of the extended leg. All right? And then we're going to try and stay with the chest lifted and just work into this nice stretch into the inside edge of this extended leg. Might be that you need to sit a little bit higher, so it might look a bit more like this. Yeah, but if you can get nice and low, we'll get this nice big stretch into the inner thigh. So breath in and breath out. You can bring the fingertips to the floor. If you've got some nice balance, you can hover there. One more, inhale and exhale. So we're going to try and stay low, and we're going to glide all the way over to the other side. Lovely. Toes flex. Yeah, get that lift through the chest. We'll take 3 breaths, so inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, breath in, flexing those toes. Exhale there, lovely. And we're just going to move all the way into the center. Take a really nice forward fold, bend the knees, or you can keep them straight if you need to, and just let the whole chest and head hang nice and heavy. And then when you're ready to, we'll just slowly start to uncurl the spine. Okay, you can bring your hands to your hips, support your lower back, lift your thighs, make your way all the way up to standing. You can exhale there. Okay, we're just going to gently heel toe the feet together, and then you can make your way to sitting on the floor. And we'll just finish with a couple of little stretches, just seated here. So just a roll of the shoulders. Okay, we'll catch our breath, so nice breath in. And exhale. Again, inhale. Last one, inhale. Lovely. So we're just going to take a little side stretch, just create a little bit more room through the ribs. So left fingertips down, reach the right arm up, just gently fold over towards the side. Lovely, creating lots of room through the side of the body. Inhale, exhale. Just take one or two more. Inhale, and exhale. Nice. And then just gently we'll fold over to the other side. Arm reaches up, big stretch. Exhale over. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, maybe you can lift the chest and the gaze, just do something that's comfortable with the head. And then you can just gently lift all the way up. And from here, we're going to come to our relaxation. So just make your way nice and safely down towards the floor. Okay, so you can bring your hands underneath your knees. Just roll the spine down nice and safely. And coming to rest. So you can place one hand on the belly, place one hand on the chest, and just let yourself relax. Soften your breathing. Resist the urge to think about the rest of your day. Just enjoy these few moments of reward. And just to finish, we'll take 2 breaths here together. So really fill the belly and the chest with your breath as you breathe. So nice breath in. Out through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Just really slowly, when you're ready, we can make our way all the way back up to seated. So just roll through the side of the body. No straining. Just nice and easy. Come to a nice finishing position. You can bring the hands together. Thank you, guys. Namaste. Thanks.